burn the mug. There ain't no label on it. Bottle flip. Round the coast.
Here we go. Wait for the picture to switch. And welcome to the new castle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring you down a little bit closer over here. How you doing? My name's Jason. I am the guy that owns half the castle, along with the beautiful Michelle. I am joined by one of my best buddies, Mr. Ryan is with us tonight. He's going to help me do some commentary. Ryan, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you. I really do. This is the first broadcast from the castle. What do you think?
I'm in love with it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me. I mean, this place. I mean, it screams you.
It's got dragons, right? And that was Lee's request.
It's got dragons.
It's got dragons. Now, folks, we are here at the castle. We're going to do a few of these things. We're just kind of warming up. We're trying out some new equipment. And when you switch to a new location, you got to try out a bunch of new different camera angles and a bunch of new equipment. So bear with us tonight. We're going to do our very best to bring you a great, great match. All the players are here. They've been warming up and they've been making fun of each other. The group chat, like many of these message chats, has been fun to watch. But anytime you have a Mark Raymer in the chat, that just makes things a little bit more interesting. Now, you weren't part of this group chat, were you?
No, I was not.
But you were part of the original match that set this one in motion.
That is accurate.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It is a friendly reminder as to why these are four of the best shots in Indiana. These guys, I do believe I counted, before I stopped counting, I made it to 17 9 marks in 3 legs. And it really, it was one of those battles where you didn't know who was going to win until literally the board stopped. Yeah, it was just.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ben and Trevor won that match, right? They won 3-2.
They did, and not to be a stifling reminder, it was also a double dip. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now, you were doing commentary. You were doing commentary with Deanna at that point in time?
Yep, Indiana.
And it was last year's state finals.
Mm-hmm.
What time was it? Was there a lot of anticipation? Was there people watching? What do you remember about that particular event?
It was middle day. Thank you to the Masters players for being so incredibly talented. We were way ahead of schedule.
Okay.
We actually found out we were going to get a nice, little break in between double starting that night and them finishing up. Viewership was high. The chat was definitely alive.
Okay.
I was butchering Ben's last name.
All righty.
The entire time. And no, it was a knockdown, drag out barn burner, and it was a lot of fun to watch.
Well, you've been sitting here. I noticed you've been watching them as they warmed up. Have you noticed anything at all? How are they shooting?
They're all throwing phenomenally. They all remind me why Ben said, "Here, throw my darts," and I said, "No, you don't want." You're seeing 5s, 6s, and 7s going across the board. You don't want my 1 mark, so no, we're good. No, they continue to remind me that they're just as good as you remember them being, if not better.
Well, let's bring in the little secret in the room. Last night, one of these guys had an accident, okay? Mm-hmm. One of these guys broke a big toe, all right? As you see on the screen right now, we're going to pitch a picture on it for you. All those guys with foot fetishes, we just captured that audience, too.
You're making money now.
Yeah, we are.
Or demonetized, one or the other.
Yeah, let me tell you. So those guys, that's Trevor's foot, and it's his plant foot. It's his lead foot. Mm-hmm. And we're playing a race to 10 tonight. It's possible we could play 20 games tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I've had the pleasure. All these guys are really good friends. I've had the pleasure of calling their games for probably the last 5 to 7 years. And Trev has a little bit of a hop, especially when he gets tired. Mm-hmm. And what's going to be interesting to watch is over the night, is that hop going to get a little bit more and a little bit more as he's putting a lot of weight on that front foot? Because that picture was taken yesterday, and it's a lot uglier today than what it was back then.
Yeah.
He's not wearing a cast. He does have a splint on it, though, but it's going to be interesting to see.
So how much statue can the statue be?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. How much weight can he put on that foot, especially here in about an hour or so?
Yeah.
All right. Ben's had a rough week, but he's looking good. He's throwing real well.
No, I mean, he's handsome as ever.
Yeah, he is. Mark's throwing Mark darts.
Which, yeah.
Right? And the way I see it, Trev may well be the best dart player in the room, but Lee's not far behind him at all. Those guys can almost cancel each other out. So this match could very well come down between Mark and Ben, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch.
100%.
It really is. It's going to be a great, great time. Folks, what we're going to do right now is we're going to let you watch these guys warm up a little bit. Ryan and I are going to switch over to the commentary spot. Now, I will tell you, we are using secondary cameras that has an autofocus on it, so your player cam may go in and out a little bit. Deal with it, folks. We will get there. We'll get through it and enjoy the viewing because it's going to be a great match tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to switch you over to the warm-up match. We're going to tell these guys to go warm up and get ready and get going.
Get fired up.
And get fired up. Let's see if we can't have a good show tonight, right?
I want State 2.0.
State 2.0. We'll do it. Let's do it. All right, guys, go ahead and warm up, and we will switch positions. There's the board tonight. You can see the board as it's livened up. And you'll see these guys are going to start moving over there and start warming up. In the meantime, I'm going to cut out the mics, and we're going to get our headsets on and ready to do something a little bit different for you. All right, folks, we are back with you. We are now in the commentary spot, which is awful close to where the players are playing.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but that's all right. We'll see how these guys do. Hopefully you can hear us just fine. And we all get set and comfy here. Ben and Trevor did win the piddle.
Oh, we're going to fight over that word. We're always forever going to fight over that word.
Yeah, piddle. Piddle and diddle. And I hope you're out there. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Please, if you get the opportunity, share the feed. Let's get it out there. And let's get the views that these players deserve, as my good friend Sean likes to say. So it's going to be a great one.
Ryan McMath, the castle is back, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
Yep, we are back.
The new castle is back.
As we get settled in, I am just going to try and share the feed if I can. It's bear with me a second, folks, as these guys getting settled in. They're just warming up right now. We've got about 70 of you watching along. That's great to have you. Thanks for coming back, guys. As we as the castle improves, and we hope to do 3 or 4 of these little grudge matches. We've been talking about possibly doing a Magneto darts versus Deity.
Ooh.
We've talked about possibly doing maybe Kokomo versus Richmond. Maybe doing a Hog Rock versus On the Rocks. But lots of different ones. And quite frankly, in real plain speak, for us, they're just ways to get tuned up, all right? We need them to get the cameras in the right position to make sure that we can bring you the show that, quite frankly, you deserve. So please stay with us. I'm going to post the link to the YouTube on my Facebook page, so you guys feel free to share. I'd love for you to do that. And as soon as I do that, we'll get these guys going. Bear with me. Ryan, take over the commentary for a little bit there for
Absolutely.
me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, like we said tonight, we're going to be playing darts. We've got 4 of the best shots in Indiana here tonight, and it's going to be what I pray is State 2.0. We do have Trevor Sellers and Ben Paris and the man Mark Kramer and the Lee Bullet Jones, who's waving to the back of the crowd from the back of his head. No, it's gonna be a good old fashioned slobber knocker tonight. These guys are in here. The smack talk has been live and lovely. The banter is there. Mark brought his clod stomping boots just for Trevor's right toe, just in case Trevor gets out of line. He promised to give him a stomp or two.
That's going to be fun to see. I
a
hope
toe
someone
check, as he called it.
accidentally
Yeah.
just
Oh,
steps on his toe.
Just oopsie whoopsie nudge.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to step on your toe. Ouch.
Yeah, whoopsie doodles. So, no, it's going to be a good old fashioned time. Ben over there mouthing words because he thinks we can't hear him anyway. And no, it's going to be good stuff. But yeah, like we said, Trevor Ben won the diddle. And Lee and Mark will follow in. Trevor starting it off, and Lee will follow.
Well, it makes you wonder if these guys are actually ever going to start. Now, these guys, they did put a little financial wager on it amongst themselves.
I like that.
I can't tell you what it is, but it's about $100 in Monopoly money. So they are playing for a little something. Please let us know in the chat if you can hear the music in the background. We put a little music on for these guys, so if you can hear it in the background, let me know. There's probably nothing we're going to do about it, but at least we'll know about it.
Yeah, so we are going to be playing double in, double out, full bull.
Yep, just like the state rules,
format.
right?
Yep.
And we are off and running, ladies and gentlemen. It is double in, and Trev's in right away. Solid 21 to start off with.
Yeah, Trevor,
you know,
inspirational start from
you
Trevor
and I
Sellers.
could have done that.
With the dart.
Yeah,
dart.
yeah. So
Lee showing me that I was always right in saying he does, in fact, love that double 18 for his in and often is out.
And they're off to an early run.
Mm-hmm. Bullet out front. Give me 365 reasons why he's closer than you.
Well, give me your prediction for tonight's match. What are you thinking?
So I literally rolled around on this because I knew this question was coming, and I honestly didn't know which I was going to go. And here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to say. I am leaning Lee and Mark for the redemption.
All right.
The redemption factor is real, and I love a comeback story and a the throwback. Plus, then it makes it one apiece, and then we're going to have a rubber match, and that just means good news for everybody.
Yeah.
But what it really comes down to for me is what I watched back on State is the X factor was Trevor coming through with the big marks in the cricket legs, and Ben being confident enough to play aggressively and hitting those aggressive shots. Because Lee was throwing nines, Mark was staying remarkably steady, as Mark always does.
There's a solid hat trick from Trevor right there. We're going to see a lot of those tonight.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of bowls across the screen today.
So are you actually going to talk about it? Or are you going to make an actual pick here? Yeah.
Well, I love to talk about it. You know, I love to hear myself talk. So, yes, I'm going to go Lee and Mark.
Mm-hmm.
We're racing the 10?
Yep.
10-8.
10-8. All right, that's fair.
10-8.
All right.
The cricket legs are going to be what matters.
Folks, in the chat, let us know who you got tonight. The winner's got 10. Let us know who you got picking as a winner, and let us know the score line. We want to get those. Ryan's going to read them all out so we can keep track of you.
To answer your question, Tater Tot Supreme, that's a name and a half. The freeze rule is in play, just like we were Indiana State. So, yes, freeze rule is in effect playing this format. Double in, double out. We do have the option to bowl out, though. So it's not technically true double, but you can bowl out. But much like the Indiana State, we are raced to 10 in it. I do hope we see last leg decider just because I'm greedy that way.
Trev going up for the 20s.
He wants to pounce and get up.
Yeah.
He wants to push out in front of Bullet.
He was doing what he can, try and get to that out.
He wants to get there as fast as he can because Ben right now being the low man on the totem pole, which could be considerable amount at this point. Bullet goes with a hat trick here.
Well, and I think the freeze is really going to come into effect here.
I think you ironically might see it more than you might think tonight.
Yeah.
It's just it's going to bite back in. I mean, because with these guys being as talented as they are, it's not just about driving the score down, but if somebody steps up and hits that clutch, big, high ton, hat trick, 180, whatever it may be, it all of a sudden it's in play.
Well, and that's a big hat trick right there from Ben. That's a solid hat trick. Keeps him out of that freezing trouble.
Yep.
Let's see if Mr. Raymond can do the same thing here.
Do not be concerned if you hear the signature Lee Jones. There you go, Dad. If Mark comes up big.
Yeah, if you don't know, Lee does refer to Mark as Dad.
And his math partner.
So we do have that going for us. And there is Trevor Sellers, probably one of the best starters in Indiana currently, on the amateur circuit anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up several sponsors, and a heck of a guy. There's that hat trick, leaves him on a solid 50.
$1 million question is, do you think Trevor makes the jump? Starts throwing himself out there into the water a little bit.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if he actually starts playing. Oh, look at this.
Oh, we wanted it for the double 18.
Of course, I've been getting on him to play a little bit more steel.
Sure. Of course you have.
But I think he's afraid. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh. Is there a little bit of fear left in the statue?
Yeah.
Got it.
Ben sitting on 260 here. This is going to be crucial. He's got to make sure that he gives a nice out to Trevor. So you can see him trying to focus here.
It really has to be a hat. Also, does Ben not throw the dart 100 miles an hour, or is it just me?
All right. So what Mark's looking here is a 102 or more. So a nice low ton here. It'll freeze the statue out.
Just got to stay straight.
Yep. He's going to need a bullseye right here, folks.
Has to have it.
And he is able to hit that bullseye, and that's going to, theoretically, put Trev on a freeze.
So does he put it on 2 or does he put it on 4?
Let's see which way.
Lee was looking for 2.
Yep.
And he finds it.
Yeah, he does put himself on 2, so he's going to have to hit that double 1 to get out of here. But the bullet's going to have the first legitimate shot on and out here, double 13.
Awkward double if you don't hit it on dart 1, 2 darts left in your hand, and you do go
He
inside.
goes
Now
just
you
inside.
gotta split it. Double 4.
There it
Pops
is.
it. Only like he's done it 1,000 times. All right, Lee and Raymer out in front. 1-0. Now they are doing alternating start, not winner or not loser starts. So it's alternating start.
Bear with me, folks, as I update the scoreboard for you. If you look right underneath on the bottom side of the scoreboard, we do have the score posted. We will do our best to keep up with it. Chad, if you can keep it up, we're looking for your predictions. What you got, Ryan? You got any predictions?
We got Patrick. We got Mr. Good Pastor saying Trevor Ben 10-6. We've got the Outlaw Trevor 10, Lee 9. Tater Tot Fellers, a nice play on words there, 10-8. McPeak says Fellers 10-7. Ooh, a 10-7. I think that's a bold. 10-6. A lot of Trevor and Ben.
All right, folks, we're sitting at about 100 you guys watching along with us. It's great to have you. A big shout-out to Ryan giving his time up on this Friday night to come be with us. Here's Mark in on that second dart, and they're off and running. Ben's going to be shooting last here. What you're going to see throughout the night, you'll see different folks starting. The board is pre-programmed, so you have different people shooting. We're going to play 2 0-1s, and then we'll play a couple of crickets, and we're going to do that for a while until we get to the last few games. But sit back and enjoy your Friday night with us, folks. It's an honor to have you all with us from our first broadcast from the castle. You know, most people wait until construction's complete, but not us.
No, you listen. You are one of the most logical men I've ever met, but at the same time, you are not one of the more when it comes down to something I know you want, you are not the most patient man that I've ever met.
No, we wanted to put something together. The actual studio hasn't been finished or built yet. That can't be done till the spring. So
plus, let's be honest, you're giving the people what they want.
Yeah, well, we're in the dart hole. Naturally, so I'm doing my best to not give them any advice. Right. Yeah, I don't want to be picking favorites.
Yeah, I mean, no, not at all, Trevor.
Yeah.
But no, it's I'm happy to be here, bud. I literally cannot lie, giggled out loud when I read your text that said you got time. Yep. So.
Well, and I've got to give a shout out to Tim, who was here late last night fixing the computer because all of a sudden the cooler decided to no longer cool. So, Tim, we had the computer in pieces last night. I was a little bit nervous, but we managed. Tim, the technician, managed to put it all together, and as you see, everything is working just fine. Had a little bit of a camera issue earlier on today, but we subbed in something else, and let's face it, all four of these guys are super ugly. So it's probably a blessing in disguise.
I don't know. I'm kind of partial to Lee. Make a sandwich, buddy.
Let's take a look down on that bullseye. Lee really needs something here. Yeah, and he does pick up the bullseye on that last dart.
He is out in front 181, but not to an out yet. But he is the low man on the totem pole by about $1.50.
And the rest of these guys are just kind of all in the same ballpark with each other.
Did not anticipate seeing a pair of sub-30s on the board tonight. That caught me off a little bit. Trevor going high ton, couple dots high on the third dart, puts him down to 194. He was chasing the out. Ironically enough, though, not double.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame, right? I do believe that Lee and Trevor are really going to start canceling each other out. On a scale of 1 to 10, those guys are both 9s, right? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they are.
And you've got two fantastic players in Ben and Mark who are probably 8s. All right, now it's going to be the battle of the 8s because we are playing with the freeze rule, and we saw that come into effect in Game 1. We could very well see that almost every 0-1 game we play. As those numbers get lower and lower, you may see that freeze rule come into effect.
And I think that's when you're going to see it the most with these guys. It's not going to be somebody drastically way out in front that makes the freeze. I think you're going to see it in that second or third position, somebody coming up with that clutch big shot that is just 3 points enough or 10 points just into the clear to where it causes the freeze. And that's exactly what we saw last leg.
And I was talking about it with Tim and Sean here a couple of weeks back. I love the freeze rule, but I just wish it would go away if all 4 players were under 100. And I just wish it would just kind of cancel out. That's a big hat trick right there from Trevor.
Curious to staying bull and not going trip 18. I guess he's driving points because he wants to take the angle to try to freeze bullet.
Exactly. And that's what, as opposed to a lot of dart games where you're really trying that angle to get to that double, these guys seem to be playing a little bit more for the freeze.
They are.
Yeah.
I think they see that unfolding in front of them because here, Mark does his job here, but Ben comes through big.
Yep.
And swings it.
And Ben really needs a low ton here. He needs to get underneath that Mark number just to give the stature and ability. He's going to do that with a great first 2 darts. That's a beautiful hat trick right there. It puts him in a situation.
And guess what?
Yep.
There it is. 111.
Yep.
So bullet frozen, like I said, in that 4th spot. 3 darts changed everything in the leg.
Well, we played 2 games, and we've seen both games come. That freeze rule is really coming into effect. And Lee's going to try and let's see what he's going to do here. It's a little bit tricky. It's a 2 dart combination to put him on a 2 or 4. And okay.
Swung it wide.
Yeah, we've all done that. You hit the hard one, and you miss the easy one.
I do it all the time.
Trevor with a chance on the 44.
Say 12 for 32.
And there it is. So we are tied 1-1.
1 apiece. And I have a feeling, I'm telling you, I want State 2.0. Let's just say it now. Let's just go the distance.
All right.
We're going for speed.
We can do that. Even at my advanced age, I can stay up that late. All right, so we're going to go to our first game of cricket, and now cricket is going to be interesting with these guys.
It's going to be a show.
Yeah. How many times are we going to break 1,000 points?
It's going to go one of 2 ways. Either you're going to see a 1,000-point shootout, or you're going to see a 300-point shootout. But it's because because they're battling down that board that fast. Like the numbers disappear that fast. If they get dug in on a number, we're going to see 1,000 points. But if they start taking those pot shots, and if somebody's feeling aggressive and hitting those big shots, the hero dart, so to speak, it could get crazy.
Well, Trev's off and running with a big 7 mark. Lee follows up with a 4 mark of his own.
And I'll say this again because I said it at State when I watched back. it's so funny to me because I, as a darter than I am, would be so ecstatic with a 4 on that board for myself.
Yep.
And for these guys, they stand there and go, it's not enough.
No, you're going to need a 5, 5.5 just to keep up with these folks, and that's a big last from Ben right there. Shuts down the 19s, adds some more points.
And I like that dart versus trying to advance the wedge.
Yep.
Because the single somewhere else doesn't do you any good, and that gives Mark a chance to flip the board on you.
What we got going on in the chat? Anything new and exciting?
All right, so we do have Outlaw saying that I look good, so he's lying to us already. Ives for president has been said more than once.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
And
that.
to show you how much I missed the castle, I am watching instead of Smoke Pastrana and McFarland running the NASCAR race.
All right.
For those who know, I do not miss NASCAR. And then Skip the Potty Whitlock coming in hot. 10-5 Ben Trevor.
Okay. All right.
10-5. As much as I don't know about you sometimes, Skip, that's almost blasphemous.
That's a bold move there, Cotton.
Tori Gilstrap, hello, wonderful. How are you this evening?
There is Lee. Lee's finding himself just a little bit outside on that first dart, but he's nailing on the second dart. And he floated that third one again. But right here, Ben's going to have to focus on closing the 18s and putting some points on the board. And so it's an easy switch.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But is he caught in the land in between?
There's a close. And there's the points. Great darts there from Ben.
So here's the algorithm.
Yep.
Trevor throws Trevor darts, whatever it calls for him to do.
You see the peanut gallery there, taking a look, just watching along with us.
Oh, look, 3 of my favorites.
Yeah. Let's get back to Mark.
But then what's going to happen? So Trevor throws Trevor darts, whatever they need to be. Ben coming in confidently, closing what needs to be closed, and or pointing when aggressively needed is the math. That's the math equation for them. Trevor doing what Trevor needs to do. 16 or go to 15.
Let me tell you.
White
look
horse?
at this. Look at this. Yeah, it's our first white horse
if you don't
right
gallop,
there.
it doesn't count, Trevor.
That's
Gallop
right.
on that toe. Gallop on that toe, buddy.
Way to go, and it's early. And, next time Trevor shoots, take a look. Watch his white hat. His white hat doesn't go up and down. He's in good shape. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of the night, is he still able to do that? As Lee just goes ahead and shuts down the bullseyes. Lee disappointed with his 3-3.
Ben looking to take it, make it 2-1. One more.
There it is.
Buttons up, cleans up, 2-1. The Fellers effect in the first leg of cricket. The question is the power of the statue in these cricket legs, and Ben being confident in the 3 spot going to be what does it.
And they got, at these guys, it's such a level. They got the first starts, right? And
Sure.
Now it's going to be interesting to see, can Lee and Mark hold? Now, Lee only opens with a 2 as opposed to Trev, who opened up with a 7 last time. So Trev has the 20s to go at. Let's see if he's going to go right at him.
Well, and the thing you got to realize now is Lee needs to take a deep breath and not find frustration this early on. It is a long night potentially. It will go quick, but these guys, it's still a long night.
And another 7 mark for Trevor there.
Carlos saying, "Watch party at sidelines. I'm buying the shots." What I'm hearing is that after this, we're going to sidelines, and he will still be buying drinks. Got it. Be right over.
Have fun. Send me a message. Let me know how it was.
Oh, I get in so much trouble. No, I'm okay. I'm far. I've reached my radius in Indianapolis for the night.
All right. Well, it's still early in this cricket match. It's anybody's game right now. Ben looking to build on that point lead.
And Ben.
And it switched down and kind of blocked himself out with that second dart.
So for me, I stayed. I know he's looking tight at it, but or I venture 18 even, because now Lee behind you doing Lee Jones things. The 20 is gone.
There's a 7 mark for Lee, and that may be the best 3 darts he's thrown in either one of these cricket matches. Takes that point lead and shuts down the 20s.
Well, and I mean, he needed that. Everybody needs that morale booster, that confidence, that moment, So you got to get the party started sometime.
We're going to be playing, quite a few darts tonight. So it's good these guys get comfy. And you see Trev there, a little disappointed, only able to put on 4 marks on that. Not able to take the point lead. It's going to be crucial right here. Mark's going to close the 18s and then put some points on the board. And see these darts. He's going right at points. And he closes the 18, and he's going to go back down to points.
100%.
And he does that.
Smart dart.
That's great darts, smart darts right there. I hope he didn't hear us and getting all the influence. These guys are complaining that we're giving them strategy. We'll see if we can turn the music up a little bit. Folks, if you can hear the music in the background, let me know.
We go down.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Should be. No, I'm showing everything's good. Hopefully everything's good out there with you guys.
I'll take it. It does still say live. All right. I'll just refresh. There we go. Back to it.
Lee moving over a little bit, trying to get a position. And he does pick up that 19.
There's that sexy boy we know and love.
Yeah. What? You know, it's essentially it's a holder. What happens?
And they really, really don't want another break right here. I take the shot at the 19.
Look at this.
Look
at this. I didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah, tie score. What?
It's the smart dart.
What's
I
the
know.
part? No point in us keeping points. It's all tied up at 3:04. So Mark does have 19s to put some points on, and that's going to be his biggest advantage. See if he works those.
Paul Cox reminding us the only thing he can't hear is your insanely sweet voice.
Well, thank goodness for that. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate those kind words.
Mark just playing shutdown
That's
king.
a big 7 mark
Huge
right there.
Dart.
And I tell you, look at these averages. The lowest being a 5.33, which is like a dream match for me.
I think I've thrown a singular 5 in my dart tenure thus far. Maybe.
I've been able to close down to 15. He's going to work him for points, and he does. That's a beautiful dart in the end there. Keeps him within touching range. It's only a 31-point difference right now.
So is he a 19 first or 15 first?
He's probably going to go 19s first. Let me see what he does.
I like that and agree with it.
Yep.
And we're wrong.
Yeah, well, of course we're wrong.
That's why he plays Masters. I was not expecting a bull shot.
Yeah, and he does go down on the third dart since he didn't hit that bull. And so they do have a nice, healthy point lead there. It's gonna force bulls on Trevor. What's going to be interesting is at any point in time, do they switch back down and close? You only need one now.
I take the pot shot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a smart move right there.
Don't let him run.
Let's not let it get any worse. So it's 5-3 right now. Is Lee telling his dad to go ahead and take it out? Mark's looking at 3 bullseyes.
There's the first. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. One more
There
can.
you go. Way to go. Big darts there from Mark Raymer.
So hold a throw for Mark and Lee.
And we are tied at 2-2. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jason. I'm joined by Mr. Ryan. And we are live from the castle.
The new castle.
The new castle.
The walls are shiny. The paint smells fresh.
Yeah, freshly
the dragon
tiled.
is freshly leashed up.
That's right.
Raven is tucked away gently.
Yep. Yeah. Crumbs, rest in peace. We've got another substitute dog. It's a Timu Husky.
Love that dog.
Also known as a Pomeranian.
It's funny you say that because I have a Husky Malamute at home. So when you said that, I couldn't help but giggle. Because my Luna's about 110 pounds, and Raven is maybe 10.
Maybe 10. On a good day. She's about 8 pounds. All right. Mark opening up with a double 1 there. It doesn't matter. It all counts in large amounts.
Hey, I'm here to tell you. I've doubled in on the 1 many a times, and I will smile and take it every single time.
Trev always likes that double 16. I knew Trev when he wasn't any good. That's why I always like to say that.
When was he not good?
Yeah, there was a time when me and Dave Matthews would beat up on Trev and just make fun of him the whole time.
I wish I'd have met him then.
No, I don't remind him of those times.
No, you don't ever.
Lee's in on his favorite double 18.
The love that he has for that 18 makes my heart smile because I, although far less talented than him, also love the double 18. So
if you love it, you love it. And people get easily addicted to it, quite frankly. Even at the pro circuit, Gary Anderson loves the double 18.
As does Rob Cross.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Big hat trick there from Mr. Ferris.
Everybody's starting to look a little more tuned up here.
Yeah.
The 20s are soft open 20s. They're not running 20s. And here, that's going to be a 30 here in a second. Maybe maybe a 40.
There
Run
you
it.
go. It's another hat trick. We should have had a hat trick counter, but I'd be doing nothing but hitting keyboards all night long.
Going tap, tap, tap,
Yeah.
tap, tap,
Yep.
tap, tap. Yep.
We are tied 2-2 in matches. It is a race to 10.
The counter you should have gone with was darts missed a double.
Yeah.
That's the counter that people want.
And it's another hat trick. That's 2 in a row, folks.
Can't we go for 3?
Yeah.
Person that breaks around buys drinks.
Well, and at some point in time, someone's going to switch up and try not that much smaller, and these guys hit it all the time, and it's going to give them that advantage that they're looking for.
I just don't know if a 180 here does them any good.
No.
Not saying 365. I'd say keep driving. Go with the big thing that you throw at all the time.
There we go.
You can hit in your sleep.
Well, double in, double out. The lowest average we've got on the board right now is 35 and a half.
Yeah. About 10 points per dart higher than my running average. So
There you go.
And
Big
Ben
shot right there.
Brewster.
Big last dart. That first one kind of got away from it a little bit, but he does leave him on a nice 112 out. Again, we're back to 0-1, where the freeze rule always comes in effect when you have these 4 high-quality players.
whoa, stray dart. I got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, you'll see that from all these guys. Every now and then an occasional stray dart. They do tend to reset, come right back. And it's a round like that that can bring in the freeze.
So here's where, if I'm Trevor, I might look at that trip 20.
Yeah.
Stamble. He might try the high 10 on the back end of it. Now he'll stay put for 114.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that right there.
Not at all. 226. So bullets already frozen.
Yeah.
Not to an out yet. but
Yeah, not quite to an out, but
There it is. And poof.
just get down low. Anytime you're
time to
playing
be
doubles,
alive.
even at this level, there's times when you cannot hit a double to save your life. So those things can happen. Ben's looking at a 112 here.
Emma Jane saying hi, everybody.
Hello, Miss Emma.
Setup looks awesome. No
Thank you.
music, only the gentleman talking the smack from David Collette, which I'd expect nothing less. Paul Rogers reminding me that his much better half said hello to the both of us, and I do
Well,
miss,
thank you, Paul.
miss Jennifer.
Yes. The outlaw. Glad to have him
Yeah.
along.
Always a good time with Paul Rogers.
I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but let me give a shout out to Craig and Ellie, who flew over from England. They're here in the States of Fatality Games. Big shout to you guys. I neglected to reach out to you and make sure you landed safely. I do apologize about that, but welcome back to the States, guys.
Back over for his second trip, second
Yeah.
go around.
Yeah.
Couldn't get enough of us the first time.
All right.
Emily in the chat saying nice starts, gentlemen.
So Trev's
So
looking.
proper.
Trev's looking at the 114 here, looking at different ways to go.
Come on, you're playing full ball.
Yep. Yeah, 14 bull here. He's taking his time.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, he's going to have some time because there is a freeze. And Bullet's going to find himself frozen here. We've had the freeze rule come into play in all of these 0-1 games.
So hearing the conversation over my shoulder, he did that intentionally because he knew he had the freeze. He didn't want the 14 to lead bull. And
Yep.
I'm here for it. Does he go for the 2?
Yeah.
He does the double. What
Yeah.
madhouse to leave 2? Why not?
All right, so Ben's looking at 45 here. Bunches of ways to go. Let's see which way he prefers.
Please
it's always
just
hard
not
to
be
tell.
15.
Something.
I'll say just please don't
Yeah.
be 15.
13 double 16. Let's take a look down on the 16s here. First start, no surprise.
3-2.
All right. And essentially, again, just a hold to throw. Yeah.
To quote Cake, we're going the distance. We are going for speed.
Well, and who breaks who first, right? And does that break get followed, as you so often see,
With
one
another
break?
break.
Yeah, it gets
Yep.
followed by another break.
Yes,
right?
sir.
You don't know what's going to happen.
And the thing is, I think the first team to break is going to be the first team that not just throws well, but delivers that clutch set of 3 darts.
Yep.
Somebody steps up and does something that just, as Mark comes in perfect.
Yep, you can't get much better than that, folks. Solid 140 start from Mark. And we're going to rotate around, as you see. I love this setup. We're rotating around who starts, who goes second. So everybody's playing in every different position, and another perfect start for Ben there. Double 16 followed by 2 bulls. This could be a good one, folks.
So does Lee consider? I mean, he's going to go bull, but do you? I just always wonder quizzically, does he consider that trip option after doubling in? But now he's definitely going bull.
Yeah, and that's what may take it. What may have to happen in order to provide the break, right? You may have to hit that trip 20 and start chasing that a little bit. What you got in the chat there, bud?
So we got Sean McPeak saying both gaming and 1 or 2 were breaks. Somebody's making a joke reference to the Timu Husky comment. And Indianapolis Darters saying, hi, Paul Cox. We see you.
There we go.
And Mark just needs to live in that bowl hot and heavy.
Yeah, he's holding a lead right here. If he can stay right there, he's going to be in great shape.
Jamie Payne saying, love the new look. Buddy, let me tell you what. This house and the castle here, this setup, is so Jason Ives that I don't even think Jason Ives knew that it was Jason Ives. Like, I walked in here and I said, this place has got just as much personality as Jason does. And I mean that as a compliment, not in a negative way in any way, shape, or form. It's a special little place. And Jason talking vision and everything before we were getting started tonight, I am, whether I'm sitting in the actual castle or watching at home, I am eager and excited to see what happens next.
It's going to be a fun little setup. I'm excited to bring darts to you guys, and excited to be part of the community, and it's a fun blast. And you know what? I get to make a lot of friends. Right? So,
amen to that.
And when you're ugly and have the personality that I have, anything you can do to make friends, you're in good shape.
Hey, it's weird. I say that too.
That's a big hat trick they have.
Double
from
for
Trev.
double for double.
Yep.
3 in the black. Mr. Sellers, that puts him right back in the heat of things. He was trailing.
All right. Mark throwing first, really throwing. He's going to be the one to take it out.
Dad stepping into the father role here.
There you go.
Staying clean.
And,
Casual 45 and a half.
Yeah, these guys going to start watching that freeze rule again.
Well, Ben's got to stay straight here, and then Bull's got to be clean, and that may be the moment where
there it is.
We may see Trevor get hyper aggressive in that 4 spot because he's slightly ahead of Buller right here.
Well, this is the crucial point, the crucial darts right here. Lee sitting on a 303 needs a hat trick, and he hits a hat trick.
3-fer.
That's what separates the wheat from the chaff. When you need something, you're able to hit it. All right, Trev finding himself in the unfamiliar position of being one with the highest point total. And it's going to end that way, too, probably. Yeah, he may look up at the 20 right here.
Say, trip for an out.
Yep. Let's see what he does. He is looking up. And he does hit that trip 20. It's a great dart right there.
Crazy kick off the board, but it gets to him.
All right. So Mr. Raymond's going to be looking at the 91.
Trip 17 for tops. Bull for double 12. Oh, no. Stay on the bull.
Yep. He steps back. He's a little frustration. Smart move to step back a little bit, just reset himself a little.
It's ironic. We talked about him until even the 74 before the match, and he forgot that it was full bull, so he was going somewhere else. Oh, no.
It's all right. It's all right. He's a little frustrated, but he's got a little bit of time, although either one of these guys can take out that 111.
The 111's in.
Yeah, the 111 can go.
Bull 11, bull. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a different throw. That was not the way I would have predicted him going, but.
Nope.
All right. So Lee looking at a 153 here. He can take it out, should he want to. Several different ways you can go. None of them include a bull.
He's looking for the ice. He's doing the ice math.
Yep. There is an out chart up on the wall. Didn't think these guys would need it.
That's why Dad's here.
Let's see what he should be starting down on the trip 19 here, but let's see what he does. He is starting on trip 19 at trip 20. Oh, no. And there's that same frustration you saw from Mark earlier on, too. All right. This start is crucial, though. Can't let it flow. Yeah, straight to the bullseye. Leaves him a double 13 for the out.
Saw a double 13 earlier.
And Trev can take this 151. He's got the green light. It's not going to be frozen. And here's where we could see it's going to be a big out like this. It's going to cause us our first break, or technically our third, but our first real break of throw. Still available. Oh, going tops for the win. There it is.
Ooh.
And there's our first little reaction from Trevor, calling it out right there.
Watch out, Mark.
Yeah.
Here's where Mark stomps on his foot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that as Ben and Trevor take a 2-game lead, and there's our first break.
He said sorry, and he said, no, you're not.
We saw excitement from the peanut gallery over there. Little shouts, little screams coming on. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, ladies, you're the highlight of the show. We're going back to cricket. Ben opened up with a 3 mark on the 20s. 2 games of cricket now.
Does he go up?
He's going to put some points on the board. He is looking up now. Yeah, just a single. It's kind of a 50-50 proposition. A lot of people would have tempted to stay down in the 19s, but leaving that 20 open.
I think this is the most missed starts we've seen tonight off of treble.
Well, you're starting to, there's a settling in, kind of a little bit of a lull, right? So they're in that little bit of a lull section right now where they're used to the atmosphere, they're used to the room.
Everybody's getting comfortable.
Yep.
Lee said, take that theory and stick it.
There's a nice 6 mark from Lee. Building on that point lead, leaves the 20s open for Ben.
Need another one.
And he hit another one.
Robin Hood's it.
Yep. All right. So Mark's coming back up. He finds himself 26 points behind. He's going to start out of the 19s without a doubt. The question is he going to have a dart at the 20?
I think he stays.
He's probably going to stay.
Yeah.
He did stay. Just picks up 3 that time. All right, Trev, lowest man on the pole, only shooting a 2-0 this time.
Trevor's throwing Ryan darts at the moment.
Yep. Well, after that big out last time.
Does he shift?
It's that move right there. You watch as he pushes up on his foot and his
does
head.
That rock to recline.
Yeah, his head will raise as he releases that dart. And the question is that foot going to hurt him later on in the evening? It's a solid 5 mark there from Lee. Takes that point lead back. But Ben, with the way he's throwing at the 20s right now, and as soon as I jinxed him that way, he's going to have to stay there just to get that point lead. Ooh, that last start was a trip 5.
Not the way you want to go right now. So Mark here with a window. You could go straight to the 20 if you wanted to. He does just that. Needs one more to button. 19 for points.
All right, folks. As we continue to practice and warm up, we're going to bring in another special guest for you here. Ryan, you stay right where you're at, my friend.
All right. I'll try not to move much.
And we're going to bring in a familiar voice to you. It's one that you've heard many, many a time on the Siege and on the stream. Move you over there.
You told me not to move.
As we get everybody comfortable here, we're going to switch out. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break here. I'm going to switch out and...
Ladies and gentlemen, the younger myth and the legend, the man living the married life, banker's hours, and not wearing a striped shirt.
Nope, but it is cricket time. It's your boy Keegan. Hi guys, how are we doing?
We're doing great, buddy.
Good, man. Good. Ryan, tell me, we're 6 legs in now. How are we feeling?
It's kind of shaking out. It's pretty much how everybody predicted. We're a lot of back and forth. We've just had our first true break of throw that wasn't followed by a break. Now they're out there talking smack to each other. But no, this is exactly the banter, the fun that we expected. These guys were smack talking the heck out of each other before we got started. So no, it's been a good time, and it's been exactly pretty much exactly what I think anybody that knows these guys or knows this crew is expecting it to be.
I love it.
So Lee and Mark looking to get back into the thick of it and break back here, but Trevor forcing that issue right now.
Yeah, I was going to say last leg was a huge break of throw.
Yep.
So now it's really on Mark and Lee to get right back into this thing.
Jay Lawless, how often? Basically, this is the first actual broadcast from the Newcastle location. Nice 19 there, Lee. They do believe that Jason has plans to, over the course of the next couple of months, have 2 or 3 or 4 of these. Just little pop-up impromptu setups with some grudge match setups, some friendly competition between different sections. However he picks, that'll be his story to tell. But I do anticipate seeing some really amazing stuff from this little location here in the very, very near future.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Laying eyes on it for the first time tonight, it's kind of inspirational. I'm feeling from the guy very much on the outside looking in. I feel very inspired by it.
And if you guys are new here as well, welcome. This is just a little thing we do every so often here at what's known as the Castle. It's a subsector of it. It's known as the Siege. It's like the steel tip equivalent. I'm not for sure what these soft tip ones are called. I guess they're, for the sake of this, just grudge matches until we get an official impromptu title at the new location. But
when you start brainstorming, build a logo, Keegan. Come on, you've got spare time. It's not like you're a newlywed man or anything else. You know.
Yeah, got a honeymoon. I got to be on in a couple of months. I got a plan for. So
there you go. Where you going? Where you going?
We're going to Gatlinburg.
I love that for you.
Yes, never been before, so it should be a very fun.
Oh, it's
very
beautiful,
fun time.
beautiful, very relaxing.
She has been, so she's gonna show me all.
So she's gonna take you shopping.
Yes.
Or you're gonna take her shopping, and she's gonna show you where.
That's the plan.
Yep. I love that for you.
Probably gonna get a couple's tattoo on that trip too. So
love that. Yeah. I love that for you too.
Yeah.
Big shot from Ben. Trevor with some words of encouragement on the backside. Puts him up just a smidge here. But battling down 2 beds. Marking the land in between. Big third.
There you go. Big last. Common factor I've seen so far, just early in. We're on 6.5 legs now at this point. It feels like it's not often when one of these two teams, I guess, have a fall-off spell, or at least if one player does, then usually the other player is there to catch him back up, which is, obviously what you count on with having a partner.
Well, sure. And I mean, and these two teams are pairs of guys that play with each other literally all the time. So the familiarity and the comfortability factor is there. I mean, Lee calls Mark Dad. So,
Is there anything you're specifically noticing about any of these 4 tonight that's really caught your eye?
So I'm noticing that Lee started off looked like he felt frustrated. He's starting to find his groove.
Yeah.
Ben is settling in and playing confident. And Trevor I think Trevor genuinely needed that 1-5-1. I think that was a moment for him where he needed to capture that because he needed it to, just up the intensity level a little bit to bring it back in.
I would say it's the highlight of the match so far.
So far. Just inside. So now Trevor with an opportunity here. Got to go big.
That's going to be a good start.
all over it. Still
Good switch,
takes
though.
it.
Very good switch.
4 points.
4-point deficit.
So Lee Jones with a single double to a single. Up the shift. Ooh.
He's right there. I was going to let him throw, but let me ask you
Yeah,
real quick, Ryan.
yeah.
Is there a specific way in soft you throw that as opposed to like steel, for instance?
So for me, I completely agree with throwing it the way that Lee just threw it.
Okay.
You hit the bowl. You
Go
pray
bowl.
for the double first.
Sure.
But you hit that bowl first. You get rid of the 15 with 2 darts still left in your hand because
And then you
if
go
for
back
some
at it?
reason, yes, because if for
Okay.
some reason you miss the 15 on the second dart, you still have a dart to get rid of it because you're just going to stay and get rid of it. You're not
Okay.
going to let them run.
Yeah, I think I like the thought of the double first. I just know in steel I've trained myself to hit the fat first and then aim at the thing that I really need to hit.
Sure,
So,
and I don't
um,
disagree with you, but I think but we all sit there and go, we want the bowl no matter what. We pray for the double, and then the single. But throwing the single second on the 15 ensured that he could still have a dart in hand if a stray miss had happened.
that's fair. That's completely fair.
Because, like I said, he was going to make the 15 go away, even at the sacrifice of the bowl.
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
You're not going to let the run happen.
Yeah, you have to shut it down with the way these guys have been throwing.
Mhm.
And Lee and Mark climb back to only being down by 1, and Mark is going off. First, drops that third to no man's land, but first 2 darts are pretty good.
First 2 darts are great. He won the third bad.
Now, do you think it makes much of a difference for Mark and Ben throwing first in their respective teams as opposed to Lee and Trevor?
So I don't because, one, both of them flip. So, but if you're quote unquote
Sure.
2-man
Yeah.
is going first on both sides,
Yeah.
and 2, as we've talked about all night long, when one has wavered a little, the other has been strong.
Yep. Very true.
So, any of these 4 guys are capable of being each other or swapping with each other
Sure.
at any point in time. And again, that's why they're lifelong partners. That's why they love each other. That's why the comfortability is there. It's just one of those things where they're not worried. Lee's not worried about what Mark can do because he knows what Mark can do.
Yeah.
And Trevor's not worried about Ben because he knows that Ben will be Ben. And Ben can be just as talented as anybody in the room as that Mark or Lee or Trevor.
Interesting. Okay.
When you're comfortable, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I mean?
That's what that foundation of partnership can
You
really
know,
build.
if you threw 4 random people into a room together and made doubles teams, you're going to have that uncomfortable factor and that unknown, and you're going to sit there and be antsy and dance on it. But these guys are just, they're 4 of the best around.
Yeah, it's not like a siege format, right? Or a typical siege format.
Correct.
These guys picked each other. This was a match that was written in the stars, as you will, because this is a grudge match from like a state finals.
Mm-hmm.
Which remind me again, who won that initial state finals?
So that was Trevor and Ben that won that.
Okay.
And in double dip fashion.
Gotcha.
They went 6 legs. They went the entire distance on both.
So Mark and Lee are the true grudge match
Underdogs.
underdogs.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is their contract they've called out tonight to try to seek revenge.
Yes. Playing for some high stakes here and $100 in Monopoly money.
Sometimes. Hey, listen. I work with youth programming, and those little resin ducks that you buy at Five Below for 50 of them for like $5, they're worth like $10 a piece to a 10-year-old. I'm trading in gold, my friend.
Yeah.
Gold ducks, that is.
You're in the stock market right there.
Pretty
You're
much.
stocking up.
Yeah. I'm gonna be bringing in big bills to the bank for you one of these days.
Dude, yeah. You got to set up something with me.
Right? Yeah. You gotta lock me away. All right.
This is your reminder, viewers, for those of you who do not know us or what we do. If you like what we do or you like what you're seeing on your screen, please feel free, give it a like, give it a comment, give it some shares if you want to share it out to people. But most importantly, give us a subscribe. It really helps us grow, lets us know you guys like it, lets my pops know that he probably should put on more of these because people will actually watch.
100%.
So,
And do yourself a favor if you're ever forgetful like yours truly is. Turn those notification bells on.
Absolutely. Yes.
That way, anytime that anything happens, whether it's a post, a live stream, a poll, Jason posting pictures of Trevor's feet that are busted up, that you get to see it first. And you don't miss out on any of the action because you don't want to be that guy. There you go.
Oh,
Speaking of said foot, we just got demonetized for the second time tonight.
Yeah. Some type of toe jam that was just featured.
You know, plus let's talk about the housekeeping. Kids' toys everywhere.
Yeah. That's what it's like having a couple of daughters.
Amen to that.
Kid.
That feels drastically familiar. It's not a true 9, but that's the second time we've seen Trevor sweep the bottom of the board tonight. So, a small lead, but 2 beds. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Do you point? Yeah.
I think you do.
I agree wholeheartedly because a couple doubles.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Starts to get weird. Gets frisky business. Don't ever want to put yourself in a position with darts in hand.
Yeah, I was going to say with Lee being behind and 2 wedges, I think you have to go bowl all 3.
Yeah. Drastically winning doubles there. Still 3 great darts from Lee. Unhappy with the 375 that I would die for. Yeah.
Trevor's got 3 match darts here.
Might only need 2.
And there it is.
Double for
Gets
double.
the break back, which is huge. Keep that 2-leg gap.
7-3-6 from Trevor Sellers. 7-3-6, ladies and gentlemen.
Things only I could dream of.
Yeah, I've never even. I don't know what a 7 looks like.
Yeah. In fairness, I don't even think what a 5 looks like. All right, guys, this is my time where I have to
shine.
Hop off here and let my pops get back.
Let Dad back in the booth.
Yeah, let the king back in the castle. So I'll let you guys go. But if you guys are enjoying it, please stick around. We'd love you. Thank you. Bye.
See you, Keegan.
Thank you, Keegan. I thought I better jump back on here before I become old and
become
old and just forgotten. So it's a pleasure to be back here. Ryan, what we got going on in the chat there, buddy?
So we've quieted down a little bit. Viewership is still nice and tight through the roof. But yeah, Temp saying, let's go, Doorman. The real Mark Mackey saying, Castle looks great. Nathan Hotstetler, one of my favorite people that I never ever get to see, saying, let's go, Darts.
Yeah, all right, we're back to 0-1 now. Ben and Trevor holding a 2-game lead. Gone back and forth a little bit. We started out with a couple of breaks, and then we had a late break on game 6. Yeah, Mark's struggling to get in here. That's unusual. And he is in on double 5, so everybody's in and off and running. So we are going as Trev shot that little over 7 in the last match.
7-3-6. Highest average we've seen tonight.
Yep. Yeah, and he's starting to feel it now. Those bulls aren't just on the edge. He's hitting that black a lot more often. He's hitting the red and the bullseye right now.
You're starting to see the dead centers getting bigger and bigger for him.
Yep. Yeah, and Lee showing a little frustration in his throw right now. Ryan, as with Lee, as with Ben as well, both those guys have lost a significant amount of weight. Ryan, I've noticed you yourself has lost some weight. Have you noticed your dart throw changes a little bit with your weight loss too?
So I noticed personally, it was probably a couple of months ago, I really felt like all of a sudden, I noticed 2 things. One, I realized that my arm was not wearing out quite as quick. I had a little more gas in the tank, I guess is the right word.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I actually had to spend some time a couple of months ago retucking the elbow.
Okay.
Because what I'd realized is, and it took me talking to a few of my friends about it, that my body had naturally pushed my arm out so far at the elbow because there was more of me. And yeah, I kind of had to retool and spend a little
Yep.
time working on getting the chicken wing tucked back in. But
Well, and that's what makes Trevor so good. That elbow's right out in front of him.
that elbow and
it's
that
tight.
wrist.
I've got a picture of Trev when we had that camera in a different position where the camera was straight on, and I caught a moment right when he was getting ready to release a dart, and from his eye to his shoulder to his elbow to his wrist to the dart, everything was one straight line, and that's what makes him so good. That's a great shot right there. It's a beautiful shot. That's a high ton 157 from Ben. Mark needs some big numbers here.
Yeah, he's got to get rowdy here.
Right, he struggled a little bit getting in. He struggled with this leg. He shot well all night long. Quite
He's
frankly.
been consistent. He's been
Yep.
very steady.
But you'll see this. Everybody, goes. So you play 20 games, you're gonna have one bad one. Doesn't matter what level you are. Trev looking at a 107. This could go.
Cannot
Yeah,
now.
it's not gonna happen now though. That one's a little awkward for him. Let's see how he works his way around it. No problem at all.
20.
Up top for the 20.
Yep.
There you go. Alicia's favorite double 16. The bullet not going to be able to take this 127. He is froze. Let's see if he can get down to 2 or 4. He's a little frustrated with himself on that last dart there. Doesn't matter if he's in the game or not. He's still a little frustrated. Ben looking at this 112. This could go as well.
He's just going to go bull 12 ball. They went trip 10.
Yeah, it's a different way of doing it, but they got plenty of time. Let's see if Mark switches up to the 20s here. It's not going to make a huge difference. He did switch up to the 20s and then back down again. This is going to be one of those legs that Mark's okay with forgetting. He's struggling a little bit this leg, but he's been shooting well all night long. Let's take a look at this double 16. Here it is, first dart from Trev. No surprise there. And for the first time tonight, they are taking a 3-leg lead. So we go back to 5-on-1. That was just a hold to throw, but Lee and Mark going to need a couple of breaks here. Guys just putting some gas in the tank as they get ready to go, and Lee is up first. And let's take a look at the ladies and Keegan saying hi. The girls and
The
Keegan.
girls and Keegan.
There we go. Then we go back to the main board, back to Lee.
Love the double 18.
Yeah. When he's on fire, he hits that double 18, that first dart, no problem at all. It's
100%.
when he's off, he'll go inside just a smidge on that double 18. Uh-oh, it's a rare miss for Trev. Yeah, he's in on a
Take
double
it.
8. He throws the dart so hard. Both, Trevor and Ben, both of those guys throw the dart so hard.
Oh, they're
they-
fastball pitchers. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're throwing gas,
There's not a whole bunch of arc in that dart throw.
which is ironic because in that thought process, that you would think that would leave you the least amount of room for error.
Yep.
You have to be much more dialed in and quote unquote perfect.
And we're going to watch the frustration level on Mark right here. He didn't able to get in on the second dart there, but we'll see if he gets frustrated. He missed the bull on that third. You did see a little frustration coming in. And, quite frankly, this is what Lee and Mark need. They need Ben or Trevor to start missing on that first double. Give them extra darts to shoot at. So Lee, with the early lead here. And what we're going to be watching here is we're going to watch to see if Mark can keep up with Trevor and keep up with Ben to eliminate the freeze roll. Lee a little frustrated with that first dart. And he's going to be more frustrated with that second dart. And he's only going to get worse. 28 points scored there. All right, so Trev stepping up here. Not a great first visit. Only 32 points scored. You know, back on the Bulls.
Needs to get fired up here.
Yep.
Oh,
And
unlucky.
that's going to count as a 16 one way or another. Yeah, that's another low ton right there.
Still north of 100.
Yep. All right, so Mark's back up here. Needs to. There you go. That's a great first. That should pick him up a little bit here. He's down low. He's frustrated with that, but a low ton would help, and that is a low ton, so that's going to do pretty well for him. It's going to keep him in the mix. Ben looking at being a low man here as we wait for the board to reset. That's another good first start.
Big three.
Yep, it's a nice hat trick right there. And
That could be a bit of a swing there in the fourth spot.
That could put him in the lead here. Lee, after that difficult visit the last time, opens up with a double bull. Ooh, it did drop down on the last one. Fortunately, it did pick. If you're going to miss, let's miss on a 19 or a 20.
100%.
Yeah, we'll take that every time. And this throw's going to be crucial because it could isolate Mark a little bit. Another one of those go a long way. He is down to 203. So Mark needs a good throw right here. He wants to keep relevant with the score to not freeze Lee out and give him an opportunity to take that big out. Lee is throwing first here.
So a hat trick puts him in front of everybody but Trevor. Ooh.
Yeah. He's a little bit left, a little bit right, but all three of those darts were quite a bit tighter than what he's thrown before. And you'll see all four of these guys go through little streaks like this, whether they last a whole leg or just part of a leg. You'll see him cool off for a little bit. We've seen it from Ben. We've seen it from Mark. We've seen it from Lee. Trevor's a little bit different case. We saw a couple of wayward darts at the very start of this 0-1 match, but he seems to have found his rhythm. Now Lee wants to get down here. He's going to be the first to an out, and he's down. So he's got a possibility that 109 can go, and it can go several different ways, which is very, very convenient. Let's see where Trevor's going to put himself. But the key to this is what Mark's going to do on the right after Trevor here. His bullet is sitting in the catbird seat.
Needs it.
And that's a nice dart there. That leaves that 999, double 16 combination. One of Trev's favorites. All right, so Mark's going to need a nice ton here. He's probably, he's talking a little bit. Should I go at the 20s? First start crucial for Mark. Yeah, right down the middle. He's going to stay right there. Another one of those go a long way.
Great dart.
There it is. That's a great visit from Mr.
Big
Mark
visit from
Raymer,
Mark.
ladies and gentlemen.
Big visit. Chat.
Yeah.
The arena is looking great. Ron Thompson saying, hey, everybody.
Thank you all for joining us. A pleasure to have you along. We are live at the castle in Avon, Indiana. It's the first time I've said that. It's a solid hat trick there. Now, Lee, like we talked about, he is frozen. That hat trick put Lee in a freeze. All right, leaves himself with a 7. Just trying to get down. All right, Trev, looking at that 89. We've talked about this combo before, trip 19, double 16. Ooh, okay. Well, the nice part about that one, it does leave you wide open for options. Not when you do that, though.
Stay on the ball.
Yep. All right, well, Mark, this can go. This can go. Mark is a steel tip player, so he knows this out. A couple of trip 20s and a double 16. See what we can do. I'm not going to go this time. It's all about getting low right here, though.
Big switch. Third dart's huge here.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark's second half of this leg.
Almost
Mark's
flipped it on him.
Mark's come right back around.
7. 32.
Double 8. There it is. Big darts right there from Ben.
That's why they gave you 3.
Yep.
All right. 7-3.
Yeah, we moved up to 7-3. That gap's starting to get a little bit bigger now.
I'll be honest with you, I did not foresee this.
No, and
I
that was a
didn't see
breaker
it
throw,
stretching
too.
out like that.
Yep. All right, this time Trev's going to kick us off.
Oh,
dear.
He is feeling himself. Down he goes.
Yeah, he looks down. Adds a nice 9 mark there for Trevor, opening up. Puts points on the boards and close down the 20s and the 19s. Gets a little dab from
Fourth
from
9
Lee.
mark of the night for Trevor Sellers.
Yep, that's great darts. Lee got a 9 mark in him. Ooh, nobody's got a 7 mark. There's nothing wrong with that. Just not exactly what he needs right now, so Ben's going to be looking in. Put some points on the board and shut down that 18. That first one's a little wayward. Now watch this last throw. Watch his follow through on this last throw. A lot of times when Ben's been playing for about an hour, he'll swing that arm across his body. That he's focused on keeping it straight. That's key to Ben's game. That follow through
Rare
straight.
miss.
Yeah. All right. This is the opportunity that they need right here. Ooh, that's a challenging dart.
Yeah, you got to stay there.
Yeah, you got to stay there, I think. And he does.
Yep.
Takes an 84-point lead.
Two bet advantage. You can't.
Yep.
No point in wasting pop shots at 20.
And Trev going to look. He's looking up at the 20s.
He'll look for the smallest move.
Still not in point lead. Yeah, now does he move to the 18s
Back
for
to
another
backs.
9 mark? Yes, he does. Trevor Sellers, ladies and gentlemen, out of
5 9s on the
Greensburg,
night.
Indiana.
5 9s on the night.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
You got to feel for Lee right here. He's kind of stuck. Yeah, and that's just a blank round, but 3s are closed, and he pointed them. That's got to be the oldest joking darts.
One of.
Yeah,
Very much so.
Got to
One
be
of
the oldest
jokes.
joking darts.
Well, Ben covered it.
All right, just a couple of 17s. All right, Mark has an opportunity right here. 9 mark on the 17s goes a long, long way. Would have been a little bit easier if Lee had hit 1 or 2 of them. As them closed. Yeah, it's a double 17. Yeah, it's a triple. There's the uncommon 8 mark. You don't see many of them. We've seen a couple of them tonight. But he does take that point lead back. 49-point lead. Trev going to be forced back up to the 20s. Uh-oh, that's a wayward dart.
That close.
Yeah, smart dart right there. Did close. Now, this is the situation. Lee can close the 19s and the 20s here and change where this game is going. That's a triple 16.
But if he does that, he leaves himself with no bed.
Yeah.
And the board flip is real. I like that play a lot better.
All right, here we go. Ben's looking down. He needs a bunch of 20s.
Ooh, I like thinking outside the box.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Well,
Nobody was expecting that. Glad we didn't change the cameras.
But that's confident, Ben.
Yeah. All right. Mark just building on that lead. Found a trip 16 on that first start. Yeah, 4 16s. Takes a 101-point lead, which is interesting. That means Trev's going to need at least 6 20s to regain the point lead. There's 3 of them. There's 6 of them. Is he close 16s?
No.
Oh, he went for it, and he just floated it right on top. All right. Leaves the door just a little ajar.
A little bit open here.
Yeah, just a little ajar. Let's see what Lee's going to do. He's going to work those 16s to start off with. There's no doubt about that. That's a little bit of a blocker.
It's high, tight, and hanging. Big shift coming.
He's going to have to step out of the picture. We can almost switch camera angles and get a better view of him. And you see that a lot. When you change your angle of attack, you're essentially stepping farther away from the board because you have to throw it a little bit farther, and you'll see that dart drop low quite often.
You catch the bottom of a flight and it sends you flying too.
Yep.
Doesn't help you any at all.
Nope. And Ben just coming in and doing some cleanup work. Takes a point lead. Shuts down the 16s and opens up the bull account. Great darts there from Mr. Ferris. All right, that's going to count as a 20. Yeah. Since a little frustration starting to creep into Mark's game a little bit. He had a rough patch, and then he went to a real nice good patch, and we visited that rough patch, and Trev comes in and shuts that one down.
We are 8-3.
8-3 now. So they're 2 games away. They're in the barn, just outside of the barn before they get to the barn.
Before they get there. Vomit 91 saying the players at Reels have been loving it. What a show.
Well, thank you guys. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for joining us. All those out there in bars, give us a message. Let us know. Let us give us the opportunity to call out the bars. We have some great dart bars across Indiana.
That's some 3 or 4 confirmed watch parties.
Yeah.
Sidelines, Reels. Somebody said Night Owls earlier.
That's fantastic. Look at that.
This
look
boy
at that.
dirty.
You know,
7 nines on the night.
That's another 9 mark for Mr. Sellers. All right, Mark's stepping up here. Let's show these young kids how to do it, Mark. He's working on working on Lee's favorite 18. So
Trevor said, "Take this toe pain and shove it."
Yeah.
Maybe it's focusing him. Maybe it's helping him dial in.
He can do that, you know,
versus dial out.
Yep. So these guys are currently they've played 11 games in a row. Obviously, it's going to be interesting when it gets if we get to beyond 15 games. Does that start kicking in? Does that hurt a little bit more? You can tell by the way his head will bob. You start seeing a little bit more of a head bob, then you can know that front toe is starting to feel it. Lee working on his favorite 18s. There it is, showing it off too.
I love it.
Yep, 7 mark takes that point lead. Here is Trevor averaging a 9 this leg. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. We got a lot of you watching along with us. We surely do appreciate it.
Emma Jane saying hi guys, the arena looks fantastic.
Thank you, Miss Emma. We look forward to having you back over here.
Good pastor talking that smack, saying the cream is rising to the top. I think that's a little blasphemous, but it's not necessarily untrue.
And here comes Mark. He's going to be working those 18s again. There it is.
Big dart.
Another one of those wouldn't hurt. And he does it. There you go. There you go. That's going to put him right up there. It's going to be an 82-point lead. So Ben's going to be working the 19s.
Big and
76. Just 76 points scored. So this is Lee's opportunity right here.
He could do damage right here.
He can shut down the 19s and then point on the 18s. Let's see which way he's going to do it. He's going to go with the 19s. Staying down on the 19s does shut it.
Aggressive angle.
Yeah. And he had to shoot the double that time. That first start kind of blocked him out from the triple. But they only needed 2 more. Shuts down the 19s, builds that point lead a little bit. Forces Trev to just start out on a new wedge. He's probably going to go right at 17s. He is looking down at him. Closes those
so
immediately.
Clean.
But he needs points. Okay.
So you have to now.
Now, this is interesting because what he's done, he knows he's got Mark coming up behind him, and he's almost challenged Mark saying, you cannot close those 17s.
But the thing is, Mark doesn't do it in one dart. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Goes right over to 16s. And it go to the 17s. Back to the 16s now. Yep.
I like the play.
Yep. It gives him a 40-point lead, so he's going to need 3 17s to recapture that point lead. He's going to have to take all 3 darts at it, and he does hit the trip on that last one. But Lee, we've seen him beat up the 16s on the previous leg. Let's see what he can do here. Need a bunch of 16s to recapture that point lead. There's 3 of them. There's a point lead. And he stayed right there with it. Kind of surprised he didn't swing over to the 17s on that. But
I like the berry of the 9 there.
Yep. All right, Trev. Trev hits a trip 17 here. Points are going to be tied.
Lee walking away says he hits another white horse.
Yeah, points are tied right now. And he does switch over to the 16s. He needs a double 16. That's his favorite double. or will he go back to 17?
Oh, he's got to go back.
Uh,
Oh, he had to go back.
I think the commentator might have talked him into that one a little bit.
The tie,
you know.
you have to go
Yeah.
back.
That's all right. That gives Mark an opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
A little redemption. There it is, that
Big
first
dart.
dart. And now he's going to take a
Great
shot
dart.
of the 17s, I believe. He does, and kind of floats over to the 3 a little bit. That's all right. Those first 2 trips are going to help a tremendous amount. Takes a 96-point lead. Ben's going to be looking at the 17s, and that first one's tricky. There's that. There's
He's
that double.
closing.
Needs another. Oh, he does
Yeah.
close the 16s. He's got to. All right, Lee's got to close the 17s here.
But see, what's weird about this, I know the 16 was open, so you established points, but the 15 here, he's got to close it. But it's such a small move. It's the tighter move on the board, is what
Yep.
I'm saying.
All right, now he's got a choice to make. Do I need 2 17s? Do I want to increase my point lead? He's got Trev coming up behind him. And he does close the 17s.
That's so hot. That's just hot.
Well, and it's a good dart too, because you got the big dog coming up behind you, so it makes him. You got to go to bulls. That's all you can do at this point. You're behind in points.
Close. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, and that's the trap you can fall into. If you feel like you can close but you don't hit it, then you're really just giving Lee an opportunity or Mark an opportunity here.
sure.
Mark just needs 3. Let's not be surprised if he doesn't go points. Any points will put him at up. Oh,
Not now.
No
Beautiful
need.
dart.
Mark Raymond, ladies and gentlemen, out of Greencastle or Brazil, Indiana. Whichever way you want to go. But a big dart there from Mark, shooting a 4.93 that round. Not bad at all as they pull a leg back. So we are 8-4 going into leg 13. And Ben's going to kick us off, and we are back to 0-1. Love playing a little 0-1 with these guys. It can, because things can really change when it comes to hitting that double, that opening double. We've seen Mark struggle a little bit. He tends to go double tops. We've seen him hit a double 1. We've seen him hit a double 5. Getting on that first start's going to be crucial. He's
Right in the
off
middle.
and running.
Right in the middle.
That's all right. That's still a great visit right there. Not quite a ton, but he's in on that first start, and that makes a huge difference for his game.
He's out in front.
Yep.
Boom.
No surprise there. Trevor in on the first start.
94.
Yeah, and all that is, the biggest difference is because Mark threw first, he's just keeping up. He's not taking the lead. He's just maintaining pace with Mark. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
And we talked about it earlier. When you play this many games, each and every one of these guys is going to go through a little rough patch. And I think we're seeing Lee in it right now. Look at that
And
from
Ben
Ben.
pouncing on it.
Yep, Ben just accelerating through. All right, Mark's going to have to do the work here.
I continue to be mystified by Mark's throw. I have been for years.
Yep.
And he's phenomenal. I'm not saying anything negative. It's so unique to me,
Well,
but it works so incredibly well for him.
and what works, the reason why it works is because his body is dead still. Right?
Fair.
The only thing moving is his arm, so it's very, very consistent. It's a nice hat trick right there from Trevor. But next time he's up, you'll see. And out of all 3 of these, or all 4 of these fantastic darters, Mark's probably got the stillest body as he releases the dart. And that gives him just a lot of consistency so he can adapt and change as things go by. Lee working the top side there, hits 100.
Gets the treble.
Yep. He just, at this point
He
in time,
wants back in.
yeah, he wants to get back in the game, and he just wants to give Mark that opportunity to win the game for him.
Yeah, 'cause Mark's throwing so incredibly well right now.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. Mark went through a rough spot too,
Sure.
but
Ups
he's
and
recovered,
downs.
right? And you'll see all these guys, they'll go through rough spots, but they recover pretty quick.
All right.
You just want to leave yourself with a good shot at an out here. Another one of those will go a long way. did it.
Well done.
Yeah, no. Mark's shooting a 39.7 this leg. There's nothing wrong with that. This young man
For
right
some
here.
reason, I feel like Trevor looks 19 if he hits this ball.
Well,
Oh, now he'll stay.
yeah. There you go. He's down. It's down with him.
All together now.
All right. Now, Bullets.
Does he go 20?
Yeah,
He has to.
You need a bigger score right here. There's a first.
Mm.
All right. Well, 130 scored.
Takes
so,
a chunk.
Yep.
Technically unfreezes him, if not for the moment.
Well, 6 starts from now, he may be required to hit a big bout. So let's see what happens. We'll just bookmark that and see if it comes to fruition. All right. Ben just playing for the freeze rule. Takes him down to 37.
Playing for the ice.
Yep. So Mark is frozen right now. Shooting at a 143. He's just going to try and get it down. Leave himself with a 1 dart out.
Trip 19. Do it.
Marcus, since that one didn't count, he felt like he should have another shot. I completely understand that. Age has privileges. All right, Trevor looking on 155.
Trip 19 first.
Yeah, it's a challenging out. Yeah, and obviously he's not going to hit it here, but he is going to get him down. These guys all about the odd
Guaranteeing
numbers.
the ice.
Yeah.
He'll go up. If he goes up again, he'll look at the 19-3 wire. 19 leaves him double 8. 3 leaves him double 16.
All right. Well, we talked about it. There's a possibility that Lee may need that 151 to go. So let's see.
Oh.
Double 11.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. I'd have split it.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
So Mark is frozen, but he's going to want to get down as low as he can go. So look for 34 points here. Another one of those. There it is. He's going to push off from there. He's down to 2. That's the lowest he can possibly go, being froze. Trev looking for a 3 double 16, I'm betting.
Yep. We've got 19-3 wire.
There's
there you
the
go.
3. Oh, that doesn't count.
Uh-oh.
And he moved the web. And he does
Had
it
to
on the
have
third
it.
dot. Yeah. Well, they are in the barn, ladies and gentlemen. This could be our last game. Let's see. Backs are against the wall now. Raymer and Jones.
But sometimes that's when the fighting starts.
Yep.
I'm not saying they haven't been fighting all along, but sometimes that's when the, backed into a corner.
They've got the darts. He's in on the second dart, which is crucial, and he follows that up with a bullseye, which is even more crucial.
I kind of want him to start kicking and fighting because I had scheduled myself to be here a little longer than this.
You can always hang out afterwards, folks.
That's fair.
Thank you so much for watching along. It's a pleasure to have you all with us. It's been a fantastic match, and I hope that this is not our last leg. But if it is, message me if you have any ideas.
I've got one. I've been brewing.
We're gonna do one of these every 2-3 weeks, maybe one a month. We're just gonna kind of breaking in, and we tell all the players beforehand, look,
Lee coming in great.
we're trying out lots of new equipment. We're doing lots of experimentation. So be patient with us. But please come on over and have a good time with us. Message me your ideas. We're looking for grudge matches. That's kind of the thing. So we mentioned it before. Maybe a Team Magneto versus Team Deity. Maybe Team On the Rocks versus Team Hog Rock. Maybe City of Kokomo versus City of Richmond.
Phew, that get ugly in a hurry. You send Tyler down to my neck of the woods. We're gonna have ourselves a
Look at this
dog
one, Mark.
fight.
Look at this. There we go. That's
Mark
a big hat
looking
trick right there.
good.
Yep. And all these guys are starting to end good, and I like
yeah.
that. All right, Ben, the high man right now.
Not for long.
Nope, not with those kind of darts. And there it is
God,
again.
he throws hard. We need to get a radar. You know what? buy me a radar gun. Let's invest.
Ben throws at about 26, 27 miles an hour. And
Really?
You and I throwing at about 18 miles an hour.
I want. I'll ask for an explanation and breakdown of that later, 'cause now I'm so curious.
About
I just like your brain thought. I'll pick your brain later.
no, we actually this
Or
was
did you actually radar it? at
yeah
some
we
point?
did have
Oh,
a
okay.
radar gun. This is at a Schaefer City a long time ago. I was interested in myself, so now I think it was an app on an iPhone, so Lord knows how accurate it was. All right, Mark, back up at the plate. Looking at 261. All scores pretty close here.
Carlos chiming in: Team Sidelines versus Team Whiskey Bent or Team Checkered Flag.
Yeah, that's a good matchup, too. You can do West Side versus East Side. I'd like
North
to
side, South side, compass touches. There you go.
I don't, I'm not as close as I should be to the guys on the East Side or the Night Owls crew or Mikey's crew, but I'd like to see them crew come on over, too. Look at this from Ben. Beautiful darts. That was a single 10 on that second dart. There we go. That's a big last. These are one.
But 159 can go.
Yeah. No, it can't.
No, it can't.
All right, Lee sitting on 215. Yeah, big hat trick. 65 can go. I know several ways to do that. All right, Trevor, who's just put on a show tonight, shooting a 47 here, taking his 219.
Toe has obviously not been a factor.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
We teased him plenty about it, but it has
Yep.
not.
I mean, there's no time to look at the foot, man. We're capturing the foot fetish crew. That's with a broken toe. He did that last night.
Dropped a dumbbell on his toe. He's already
Yeah.
ripped and bent, and he dropped a dumbbell on his toe.
Apparently, Raymer broke in and put grease all over the dumbbell.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Set up?
I don't like to spread rumors, but apparently that happened. Mark setting himself up with a 55.
Misty Kramer, how I miss you dearly, saying, hi, everybody.
Yeah, so Ben sitting up. He's the high man right now, and he could be the one that's going to hold Trevor back.
He's just going to throw he's just going to throw a hat trick right here. That's all
Yep.
he wants.
Yep.
He'll leave it on 9 and let Trevor clean
There
up.
you go.
That's called trust in your partner.
All right, so Lee's got a clear shot of the out here. No problem at all. He's sitting on 65.
15 ball.
Yeah.
P trips it. He's got double 10.
He's just kind of rethinking. This isn't over yet. Yeah, 14 for a double 16. Or trip 10 for a double 8, and he's just on the inside on the double 8. Yikes. But that's going to give Trev a shot at the 69, so it's going to be a 19 bull. And that could be all she wrote, folks. Let's see what happens. Oh, how about a trip 15 for a double 12? Little Luke Littler. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Sellers shutting it down. Well, congratulations to Ben and to Trevor. Won it all tonight. What a fantastic job. As these guys are giving a high five. So Ben and Trevor win the matchup.
But breaking news in apparent nature, the boys aren't tired yet.
No. So apparently we're going to shoot a little bit more. Folks, stay right with us. We're going to give you a little bit of bonus content. So
Bonus baseball, ladies and gentlemen.
let's see what's going on here.
David Collette says, myself versus Chad Smock. We need... yeah, I mean, all right. I don't know if I tune in for Chad.
Yeah,
Bonus baseball. Here we go. I like it.
I think this is where we just hand over the microphones to Ben and Trevor, and you and I go take them on. Really, is what should happen.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
But that's all right. Nah, I'm messing with you.
I actually brought my darts. So.
Well, the trouble is, it'll take me 6 games just to warm up.
Oh, same. It's fine. It's fine. We have that in common.
And this is that time when you're going to hit everything. And it's not like there's a 7 mark on the 18s for Lee, and he's not been able to do that consistently all night long.
The other thing you giggle at right now, since we know they can somewhat hear us, is this where you go no holds barred commentary on them too?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Turn it up. Kevin Cheshire saying welcome back. Misty Kramer saying 6 games and a few shots in. Way to go, girl. Oh, she's talking about you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to say it. One of the reasons I love Misty as much as I do is I remember what was that event called? Me, you, her, and Megan?
Quite
The
possible.
4 of us?
Yep.
And we were at it was one of Ben's bars. And we played as a team. And we all wore our To The Point streaming jerseys.
There you go.
And we did celebratory, whatever that crazy shot you called it was.
Well.
Chiconia saying Louis versus Indy, run it back.
Yeah.
In the match in Sellersburg.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'd like to see a little steel tip too. So we can do a combination of steel and soft tip too, and a couple of different options. Look at this from Ben. Right.
Dirty.
Yeah, take that little 7 mark.
Now we're slinging, boys. Do it with me now. 6, 7. Eric says all steel, though. Well, Eric, now you're getting greedy.
Yep. All right, Trevor needs 2 bulls here to finish off this match. There's the first. And there's the second. Yeah, that's a nice shot right there. 'Cause they just build their lead. You know, they were playing for $100 in
Is it double or nothing now? Or?
$100 in Monopoly money, and I wonder if each one of these games is another $10 or something.
$10 a mark.
Yeah.
Misty Kramer saying, "Don't I dare!" I triggered the teacher and Misty Kramer. It's perfect. Mission accomplished. Big trip. So it's 11-4 by definition.
Yeah, the match is essentially over. We'd like to bring you a
So I
little
can get
bonus.
snuck up on.
So I'm getting hands. So that's a solid 9 mark right there from Ben.
Ben coming unglued in the late hours. Big run. All right, Trevor. Looking 19s. Big dart. Does it go up or does it stay and then go up? Yes, sir. Just that. All right. 9 mark number 9. Anything to get the double digits on 9 marks, Trevor Sellers, I suppose. Everybody else with a smattering, a handful as well. Mark straight away. Big 7. The bookend 7. Got 2 perfect 9s on the board, no more. The bullet.
I want to take this opportunity. The reason we've done so much work and put this room together is we are going to be Phoenix and Ben and myself. We are going to be starting the Premier League, the Challenger, and the Contender League starting back up soon.
Love that.
Looking forward to that. So we're going to be doing streams every Friday night of one of those matches, possibly 2 on some weeks. But ladies and gentlemen, get signed up for the Contender League. Start working that ladder. Get yourself up to the Premier League. I myself am in the Challenger League. I'm going for the Premier League this season as well. But
Love it.
get with Ben, get with Dustin, and get yourself signed up. And if you volunteer, if you're so apt, maybe we'll get you over here at the castle on a Friday night, and we'll get you shooting just like these guys are. They do a 15 legs, so it's not quite as long, but we'd love to have you. And we will be doing streams most every Friday night when those guys come back on. So looking forward to that. And you too
There's no doubles in cricket.
can be sit here and judged by myself and the quality of your darts.
100%.
So you're certainly all welcome.
And
Would
now the
love-
volunteers have suddenly disappeared into the
yeah,
darkness.
that's right. Love to have you over here. So now please come on over. Sign up for that league. It is the Premier League. So you get with Ben, get with Dustin, and they will get you signed up. Those legs are going to start here in the next couple of weeks.
I love that. I love that for y'all.
That's fun. It's good times.
Staying mean and staying clean. Mr. Trevor Sellers was 733.
Yep. You know, Mark's showing some frustration, but we were talking in the chat earlier on today. Mark's been playing 42 years now.
Wow.
Yep. I didn't tell him, but I've been playing exactly 43.
Wow.
Nanny poo poo.
Nanny nip.
It's another one for Trevor and Ben.
12-4.
And let's take a look over.
Uh-oh.
And we see those ladies still in. Keegan's over there talking to the ladies. We got the steel tip. We got a couple of those steel tip boards up. We see the ladies over there talking, sharing a little chat with each other. Yeah,
It's, like
we are,
it's like a
ladies.
game show crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see those guys topping off their tanks again.
Oh, Trevor's limping a little.
Yeah, yep. And Trevor's
Unfazed.
in on that first start, no problem at all.
Unfazed.
And we're all just hoping he washed his hands.
I'm waiting for somebody to just get frisky if we're in bonus baseball and go with the DJ Sarah Gambit.
Yep.
Oh, the double 16, trip 19, trip 19. It makes you smile. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. I like it, Lee Jones. All right, Ben looking in. Off and running. Double, toil and trouble. In and running with a low. Mr. Raymer. Tops.
Yeah, he's
Start
in.
one and in.
Yep.
Does he as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah, that's right. You can't get much better than that one as he takes the early lead. Trouble is, he's shooting in fourth position. I got to say, I do like the format as far as how they did it tonight, with everybody switching up the order
Yes.
from game to game, and it does make it quite a bit more even.
Well, and it adds that variety to it. It puts the quote-unquote two-player in each team in a spot of leadership, and it's time to drive and be the guy.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Which for these guys isn't difficult at all because they're all four fantastic. But, I like it. I like the rotation. I like the alternating start. I like the two or three legs of one to switch to 2 or 3 legs of another. I like the fact that Lee has abandoned the bowl.
Yeah, a lot of you staying with us. I appreciate that. We're just trying to bring you some bonus coverage. It gives us an opportunity to work the system a little bit more.
David Collette says he's on 43 years himself, well, almost 43 years. And A.J. Bunch saying, what about more coaches matches?
Yeah, I do like the coaches matches. That's not impossible. Let's put it that way. We
I think you should bring back Battle of the Sexes, too.
Yep. And those matches are siege matches. And,
That's fair.
And so we we kind of save some of our better ideas for the siege matches. But, when we start doing the siege again, the biggest advantage we've got in this room, besides it being climate controlled and having its own bathroom and so on and so forth, but having 2 different board systems. So when we do a siege, if you're playing with a partner or if you're playing in a coach match, we can have a soft tip as well as a steel tip. And so we kind of switch things up for you. We can move the cameras remotely. It just gives us a lot of opportunities. And we are, believe it or not, we are working diligently behind the scenes to get ourselves ready. When it comes to doing the siege, we're so proud of that, and we're so grateful to everybody that's watched it over the years. That when we come back, we want to come back strong. We've added a new voice to the mix. We've added a social media director that's going to get us on Twitch, and I don't know. There's so many different platforms now, but going to get us on Twitch, and they're going to run highlight reels for us. So we brought that person in, and Tim, and mainly Tim, but myself, Tim, and Sean have also started to chat about how the format, the show, we're going to change some things up a little bit, but we don't want to change it drastically from the main core. But we do have a little bit more equipment in a little bit bigger room, so we can do some different stuff. So we're looking forward to that, and when that opportunity comes back to us. But really, the nuts and bolts of it is, folks, this room is about 35 feet by about 25 feet, and the way we have it right now, we have our temporary studio set up within the room. We're separated by a few curtains, but we're all within the room. So unfortunately, the one thing that we're not comfortable with is that we can't be heard by some of the players on our commentary. The studio, we're building a studio out back of the house. That we need to wait for the weather to turn a little bit so we can finish building the studio. But the studio will be as big as the arena was in the old house. And so on one side of the studio, we'll have the couches and the chairs like you saw earlier. You see Trevor's got a noticeable limp right now. There we go. It's but we're going to finish up the studio, and then after that, we can kind of start the siege matches and get them up and rolling again.
Love it, dude. I love everything you're saying.
Yep, excited about that, and excited to have Ryan here. Excited to have Ryan back on the siege as well. But I think with Ryan's permission, we're going to see a little bit more of Ryan through the Phoenix Leagues as we travel up with the Premier Leagues. And, that gives us the opportunity, quite frankly, to bring in some guest commentators so you can hear those voices too. So look forward to have Ryan. Look forward to have Keegan, Sean McPeak, Lee Jones, all 4 of these guys that you see playing tonight. Look forward to have them on the Premier League Friday nights as with a guest commentator with me. It's always fun to have those guys, and just give you a different frame of reference as far as how darts are played.
Sure.
So it's always fun to watch. So we got a lot of different things cooking. We've done some redesigns. We are blessed from the standpoint we've been contacted by a couple of folks that want to sponsor. And we're excited to have you on board, but quite frankly, we want to make sure that we give you a product that's worth having. So bear with us as we do a little bit of practicing here and working out some of these kinks, like the autofocus on that player cam. It's going to drive me nuts. But
you know what? I'll give you. I noticed it too, and I know it drives you nuts. But at the same time, it's not been horrendous tonight.
No.
Considering you're dealing with it, it really hasn't been bad.
Well, I told you last night at about 8:30, this computer that was running the show for us tonight was in parts. It's on the coffee table over there by the arena. As Tim was taking it apart and rebuilding it. And so big shout out to him. So the fact that we're able to bring this to you tonight and stay on the air the whole time is step one of our achievement. But as you can tell, the arena is pretty much finished as to how we want it. The next step for us is building that the studio out back, and then we'll be done and ready to rock and roll again.
Oh, God.
And Trevor shooting another 6-6. It'll be interesting to see. These guys are going to play this out. And a big part of the reason they're playing it out is just so they can see the averages at the end.
It's getting spicy.
Yep. Ben drops that last one down a little bit. You know, he did that. It's one of the first times I saw it tonight. He swings that arm in front of him, drops it a little bit low when he does that. Takes him some of the momentum out of the dart. Look at that. That's pretty. That's real pretty. Nice darts there from Lee Jones. That's quite the little consolation for the end there. That's great darts. And that's going to do it, folks. They're going to keep on going. Let me update the scoreboard for you. It's a little bit out of match now, but we'll keep you rolling here as we finish up the evening. Just a couple more legs to go. We can't thank you all enough.
19 and 19, say?
Yeah, can't thank you all enough for staying with us tonight. Yeah, this is going to be the last leg tonight. So, folks, we've got a Facebook page. It's To The Point Start Streaming. Please, if you get an opportunity, follow us on that page. Get an opportunity, please follow us on YouTube. And you'll stay up to date on what's going on. We're going to start kicking off the Premier League here in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. We're starting to talk a little bit about having Dustin and having Ben on the couch and me question about the Premier League. So you may catch that. It'll be a short little show as we just talk about how that's going to work and how that works if you're not familiar with it. Although it has been around for a couple of years. We did take the last season off of streaming, but the streaming part of that league will be coming back probably before the end of the month, so we're looking forward to that. And Trevor doing Trevor things with a solid 7 mark of his own. This one's for all the marbles.
They win this one, it's like they won it all.
Yep, that's right.
The last leg decider we all wanted.
There we go.
Shoo.
Lee shooting lights out right now. Lee shooting George Daniel darts. Lights out darts right now.
Ooh.
And Ben's floating them up a little bit, but they already won. No problem with that. Let's see what Mr. Raymer can do.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
All right, Mark able to do what Ben wasn't. Just beating up on that trip 16. There you go. Where'd he go, Mr. Raymer?
Big 7. Skip saying, this is awesome. The potty. Although there's been several potties since I started calling you the potty. So it's a little unoriginal at this point.
Yeah, look at that. Just doing the cleanup work.
Swinging the double.
Yes, the cleanup work. Nice job
That's
there from the
double
statue.
touch bus.
All right. Well, technically, Bullet's got winning darts.
100%.
Not anymore. Not off to a great start, and not a great follow. But he did pick up a single 15.
Does bingo bull or just bingo points?
Now watch the third dart here from Ben. He's really focused on stretching his arm out. There you go. And that's the level. That's Ben's best level. Is when he's flexing that arm straight out and doesn't cross it in front of him. That's Ben's best darts right there.
Gotcha.
And you see, Mark, like we talked about before, his body's just.
You're right. He doesn't move.
Yeah, his
Not-
body
nothing
does
but
not
the
move.
arm.
Yep.
Impressive.
And that's what makes him so consistent. And if he finds it, he starts hitting it. He finds it with that first dart. The first dart's crucial for everybody. But with Mark, it's so crucial because if he doesn't find it with that first mark, he's got to make an adjustment with a still body. And that could be a challenge, right? All right. Trev just making it a little bit more tough.
Well, you know, why not run it to 200 on the last leg?
Yeah. There you go. Big last one there, 164.
100 points on the board.
All right, so Ben's going to need 3 bullseyes here. Let's see if he can do it.
First one's what matters. Perfect marker.
And one more of those.
Bring
And
around the
there it
rosy.
is. Congratulations. Well, folks, that is going to do it for us. As we're going to chime out from the castle. Ryan, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Lee, Trevor, Mark, Ben, thank you so much for coming over. Ladies, you were the highlight of the show. My son Keegan, thanks for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with us. Please like our Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We'll let you know when we're coming up next.
Hit that notification bell. That way you get all those alerts.
But for all the players and for my son Keegan, thank you, Ryan.
Of
This
course.
is us signing out for the night. Y'all be safe tonight. God bless. Please be safe.